Welcome to Campus Chat.
Hello and welcome to Campus Chat. My name is Helene Morris, and this is the show about Western Nevada College, its people, and its programs. Over the past 5 years, Western Nevada College has been working very hard on a strategic plan. We're in the 5th year of a 6-year strategic plan, and it's always been President Carol Lucey's goal and the goal of the college to work on student success. And this means for all students. And so we're going to be talking to 3 people this segment and 2 people the next segment, talking about 2 groups of students, our Latino group and our Native American group of students, and our outreach efforts associated with them. And my guest today, sitting right next to me, is Lupe Ramirez. And Lupe is the executive assistant to the Dean of Student Services. She's also chair of the Latino Outreach Committee and also the head coach for the Latino Cohort. So welcome, Lupe.
Thank you.
And sitting in the middle of this bevy of beautiful women is John Kinkella. And John is the Dean of Student Services and also the athletic director. So John, nice to have you here.
It's nice to be
In
here.
fact, our spring sports are gearing up, and we're
this
looking
weekend.
good, huh?
Yeah,
It's going to
definitely.
be fun. And then sitting next to John is Kathia Figueroa. She's a student here at Western Nevada College and also a member of the Latino Cohort. So welcome, Kat.
you.
Nice to have you here. So we're going to, John, tell us first, how have you addressed the issue of student success in college for Latinos, all segments
Sure.
of the population?
Well, you know, what we know we have to do is get out into the high schools, of course, and into the community. Sitting up in our offices just doesn't work when you have such a large service area. So we go out to every high school in our service area multiple times each semester, a program called the Bridge to Success program. And Lupe in particular has been intensely involved in the Latino community. And those 2 efforts combined really get the students on the right track right from the start.
And then improving student success once they're here, what's your best practice for that?
Well, what you see is that the Academic Skills Center and tutoring is actually the #1 thing that you can do to help a student. So it's getting them together in a sticky group and then making sure that sticky group is making use of the Academic Skills Center.
Yeah, great. Now, Lupe, you're kind of the jewel in the crown, aren't you, of the Latino program? You've done a really good job. And so what motivated you to become involved with this?
Well, as a chair of the Latino Outreach Committee, one of my responsibilities is to create programs to promote higher education to the Latinos in our community. So when Dr. Lucy identified in her 5-year plan that student success wasn't her top priority, I felt that I could contribute to these efforts. So that's when John and I designed the Latino Cohort program.
Oh, that's great. So you also did some research specifically to this group. What did that entail?
I attended a conference that the Hispanic Association of Colleges and Universities offer, and one of the things that they talked about was the fact that Latino students do not continue their education after they graduate from high school, or if they do, they don't complete a degree. So that's when we decided that we needed to learn about what best practices are used nationwide, and so we can do that for our students as well. And I learned the strategies that are being used, and we did use those in our design of the Latino Cohort program.
Oh, that's great. Now, Kat, before we talk about your experience with the Cohort program, tell us a little bit about yourself. Like, did you always think you would go to college?
No, I did not. Going to college wasn't really encouraged in my family, and I'm the first one to go, so that's why I'm in the cohort.
Oh, that's great. So you're the first generation of your family. I bet
Yeah.
you they're very proud of you, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. Do you have any brothers or sisters that might be following in your footsteps now?
Yeah, I have a 14-year-old brother, and he's in middle school right now, and I have been encouraging him to go to college.
Oh, that's
great.
great. And so what's your goal? What's your career goal? What do you want to do?
My career goal is to obtain my Associates of Arts and get my major in criminal justice.
Oh, that's great. Good for you. Yeah, excellent. So, John, let's talk about the major goals of the Latino and Native American groups.
Sure. Well, the #1, of course, we want to make sure that the population of the college mirrors the population of our community. So In 2005, Latino population in the community was 13%, and the population of the college was 9%. So we knew we had some work to do in that. And then once they're here, and then we look at the rate that they complete their courses, and especially the most difficult thing to achieve is progress moving from the fall semester, their first fall semester, to spring. That's sort of the golden moment if they can make that transition. So those are our main
Yeah, that's
three
great.
goals.
Now, you started with the Latino cohort because that was the largest population.
By far, absolutely.
Now, what exactly is a cohort for, I mean, some people might not know
Sure.
what that
Yeah, a
means.
cohort, Dr. Lucy defines it as a sticky group. And you could think of the baseball team and softball team as cohorts, the nursing
Right.
group.
So similarly
Yes,
minded.
absolutely. It would be a group with a similar goal, with a guidance from the coach or from the director in the case of nursing. Yeah.
Oh, that's great. We'll be right back with this fine group, and we'll see you soon. Hello and welcome back to Campus Chat. My name is Helene Morris and we're talking about our Latino outreach efforts here at Western Nevada College. And Lupe, so you go in and you work with the high schools, you talk to the counselors, they identify some students, but then what do you expect? What are your expectations for these students as far as grade level or even before they come on campus? What do they have to
Well, what they need to do is they need to make sure that they've completed the Bridge to Success program, meaning that they need to complete the application for admission. They also receive assistance in filling out the FAFSA application to apply for financial aid. They meet with one of our academic counselors at the high school so that the academic counselors can help them have an understanding of what degree they're going to go toward. And they choose their classes, they enroll them for classes. So they really do everything at the high school before they graduate. So in the summer, you know, they can enjoy their free time and be ready to start in the fall.
Oh, that is great. So, Kat, did that work for you? How did that help? How did it help you? Did this process work that Lupe is talking about?
Yeah, I did. When the college counselors went to my high school, which was Douglas High School, it helped out a lot. Through the FAFSA application and the admissions application, they led you through step by step to actually get it done. And now we knew that there was more people to help us on the campus.
And so it helped you make that transition to college a little easier, didn't it? Especially since
Yeah,
you're
it was
first
much,
generation.
much easier.
Yeah, that's great. So, John, I noticed that Lupe is the head coach. What is the concept? Kind of like the athletics, or?
Well, you know, we based it on DJ in particular, his success with athletes. He's had tremendous success, so we use that model. And Lupe is the head coach. He has 2 assistant coaches, and so the assistant coaches day-to-day stay in touch with the students, and then they bump the problems up to Lupe, and Lupe is on the phone, and her phone is ringing constantly, which that's good. We like that.
Yeah, that's great. And then you keep tabs on the students as they go through
She
the year.
does, absolutely.
Oh, that's great. And then do you use the Academic Skills Center, Kat?
Oh yeah, well, last semester I gotta admit I didn't because I didn't really know about it, but until Lupe made it mandatory this semester for the cohort group, that's when I started going, realizing that it's a lot of help, especially with the academic coaches, which is Vanessa and Sergio. They're a lot of help, and we know, and it's easier to work that way with people you know, and they introduce us to other tutors there, and it's a lot easier too.
Yeah, my niece is a tutor there, Maggie.
Oh, yeah.
Jessie. Yeah, she does a really good job.
She does.
She's really amazing. So, and Lupe, you're qualified to be the head coach because you are Latina, you have a wonderful culture and background, and so tell us a little bit about the situations that students might encounter that might limit their opportunities or make it difficult for them to, go on with a higher education.
Okay. So I think one of the responsibilities that they have is to help their parents financially. And as a result, the students have to work part-time jobs, which causes them to have less time to do their homework. And so that a lot of time gets in the way of success. And so what I see that the students need is someone to guide them and help them here on campus so that way they'll stay on task and do well in their classes and complete their degrees.
Well, that's great. What are the parental expectations of these students?
Their parents expect that their children continue their education after they graduate from the high school. The problem is that they don't know how to help them because they're not familiar with the educational system. And so when I meet with the parents, I tell them what the college is offering to their students so that they can be successful in their career. I can honestly tell you that they are very grateful for what the college is doing, to help their students achieve their goals.
I bet.
We also offer the parents educational workshops, which also helps them set goals for themselves and become better leaders at home, and as a result be more supportive to their children's education.
That's great. So Kat, ¿qué es el nombre de tu novio? Kat, what were the feelings of your particular Latino community regarding higher education?
Well, like Lupe mentioned, our parents want us to go to college, but they don't know how to help us. And I think that they try to, but they really don't have the resources. They don't really know much about it, especially when we're first generation. And they want us to have a better education. They want us to get a better job and have a better lifestyle than they did.
Yeah, that's great. Now, John, this program has worked so well. Can you give us some of the research that shows what a cohort program can do for students at Western?
Well, in 2005, we had 9% Latino participation at Western Nevada College, 13% of the population. As a result of Lupe's efforts specifically, we now have 16% Latino percentage at the college, still 13% in the community. So tremendous effort on Lupe's part. On the success end, we really were hoping to meet the standard of the college, but Lupe actually exceeded that. I talked about that re-enrollment number being so important. For the college as a whole, 73% of the students in the fall re-enroll in the spring. In Lupe's cohort, 100% of her cohort re-enrolled. So that's tremendous.
Amazing. That's amazing. And Kat, this is going to be our last question. So you're a member of the Latino Student Club. How does it feel to be involved in the club?
It feels really good. It was really easy being in the club when I first started college because it feels like you belong somewhere. You're just not one person in a big college compared to the high school campuses that are way smaller. And it helps out a lot. It encourages you to keep going through school. You make some friends, and it's really good. Feel really
That's
good.
great. Well, good job. It's really nice talking to you today, even though you didn't want to sit next to me. We had a little conflict before the show even started. But muchas gracias a ustedes. I really appreciate you coming. You've really done a great job. So thank you so much. Stay with us. We'll be right back with Campus Chat. Back to Campus Chat. My name is Helene Morris, and we have two students here with us for our next two segments. Sitting right next to me is Ruby Kennison-Fox. She's a student, of course, at Western Nevada College. She's also a student ambassador for our high school programs. She's an assistant coach in the Native American Cohort program for math, so you must be pretty good at math.
Yeah.
And she's also vice president of the newly formed Indigenous Native American Club. So welcome, Ruby. Nice to have you here.
Nice to be here.
And then sitting next to Ruby is Buck Cruz. And Buck is also a student here at Western. And he's the treasurer of the Indigenous Native American Club. So Buck and Ruby, thank you for coming. Really appreciate it. So we talk about one of the wonders of the human race is our diversity. And to recognize and honor our diversities and differences should be, I guess, a lesson for each one of us to learn. We're going to be talking about another beautiful culture today, and that's our Native American culture. and we're going to be